Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and on this channel we talk about Lord of the Rings Rise to War. So for today's video, we are going to talk about casting and tips for capturing land in the first game. So first of all, we have to choose a commander with a recovery ability or stun ability. This is very important, and here's why. If you are on the evil side, you can choose Gubag, Camel, or Lurtz. If you are on the good side, you can choose Gandalf, who has the highest CP value of all the good commanders. But why do players like to use Gandalf the Grey so much? That's a good question. We will do an experiment right now. So today we'll talk about Gandalf and Ori and also make a comparison between these two as to who will lose fewer soldiers while occupying the same amount of land. And as you should know, in the early stages of the game, lack of soldiers is a major problem for many players. So being able to reduce soldiers' deaths is a good beginning for commanders. And of course, the damage cannot be any less as well. So before I do the experiment, I will give you a general rule of how things work. Now, between level 20 to 25 commanders, they can attack 130 power lands, requiring tier 2 soldiers with level 5 skills. Now, level 25 to 35 commanders can attack 150 power lands, requiring tier 2 soldiers with level 5 skills. Level 40 to 45 commanders can attack 200 power land, requiring tier 3 soldiers with full skills. And today, our commanders are only level 8, which is a real opening because the level is just really low. So firstly, let's equip all of them with enough soldiers. Both commanders are now at 3,240 damage. Now, let's go. All right. Let's start by picking lands that are suitable for a level 8 commander to hit. So, okay, I know how to do this. So first of all, we will pick out level 1 lands and Gandalf the Grey will set off now. All right, because this is not at all difficult. Second level 1 land has also no problem to deal with. The third, we will pick a level 10 land and succeed. Now Ori will set off and he will have no problem to take the same land as Gandalf. 2 level 1 lands and 1 level 2 land. Now let's look at the battle report. I feel like even with this we can capture more land. Let's move on. I'll continue to choose the lands, so let's do this. And let Gandalf the Grey take another level 2 land and set off. Then I'll pick another level 2 land for Ori, but there seems to be no level 2 land adjacent to him, so there's really no choice. Now Eowyn will have to go ahead and open up the road. Okay, now let's set off to Ori. Oh wow, this is a successful capture. That's pretty good. Okay, so now we come to the battle report. The same damage was done and both commanders lost no soldiers in their attack on the level 1 land. On level 2 land, Gandalf lost 2 soldiers and Ori lost no soldiers? What? Okay. Wow. Are we proving the conclusion wrong now? I don't believe it. All right, let's go on and check out the other lands. All right, the third was a level 2 land. Now, Gandalf the Grey lost 38 soldiers here and Ori lost 65. Wow, okay, so Gandalf the Grey almost lost 2 times less soldiers than Ori. And looking at the fourth level 2 land, Gandalf the Grey lost 72 soldiers while Ori lost 105 soldiers. Now, this proves that we are correct. Let's look at the more detailed information. And I think the only thing that really makes a difference is the total healing, because Gandalf the Grey has his own healing skill, which is very important skill when opening up the land and can save a lot of soldiers. Now, the second level 2 land, this time Gandalf the Grey did not use the healing skill, so he did lose more soldiers, but still much less than Ori. So the defensive skill is also very important in the opening period. The lands I have captured this time are all relatively low leveled, so how can I capture more high level lands? As you know, there's a limited amount of high level land in the game, and if you have more high level land, then you need some high level commanders. It is a good idea to keep a few gems to refresh the tavern quests and increase your commander's experience. Now, tavern quests do not cost a commander's stamina and are the best way to increase a commander's level early on in the season. The best way to start the season is to follow the main line of tasks, and after completing the chapter tasks, you can take a lot of resources from that. And these resources are important for the production of soldiers. And with more resources, you don't need to worry about not having enough soldiers. The main commander should be used to fight the high power lands. Then arrange the other commanders to pave the way. The advice for building is upgrading to tier 3 soldiers as soon as possible and as fast as possible, along with as much as possible. The damage will increase dramatically when you get a tier 3 soldier, so it is recommended not to upgrade too many tier 2 soldiers. Now, about the equipment. If you can, you must choose purple equipment with high reinforcement and high refinement. The higher the level, the stronger the combat power. Now, it is better to get to the land's limit before sweeping. You can get a lot of accelerator props and food to help you develop by capturing all the land before sweeping. And remember to buy a full supply of resource boosters every day to keep as a backup just in case. Now, something definitely to remember is to try to fill your barracks. If there are not enough soldiers, heal the sickly when you can use acceleration. Don't say the soldiers are not full but enough to fight without replenishing the soldiers, because the less soldiers, the less battle damage, and it's always best to replenish the full soldiers. Now, upgrade your rings every day and take turns filling up the skills in the walkthrough, harvest, or sweeper. The effect of a lower ring level is not obvious, but with the advantage of snowballing, you will be able to get to tier 3 soldiers by the 7th day. And when upgrading buildings, prioritize training camps, resource collection, and gathering places. Now, that's all for today's video. There's a lot of information. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.